Good afternoon. I hope everybody's doing well today. Today is Ascension Day in the church calendar, a day that we recognize the event of Jesus' ascension into heaven. I would like to read the story of the ascension for you from the book of Acts. There's a couple different versions in the Bible. There's also one in Matthew, but this one is from the book of Acts, chapter 1, beginning at verse 6. So when they had come together, they asked him, "Lord, is this the time when you will restore the kingdom to Israel?" And he replied, "It is not for you to know the times or the periods that the Father has set by his own authority. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in all Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." When he had said this, as they were watching, he was lifted up, and a cloud took him out of their sight. While he was going, and they were gazing up toward heaven, suddenly 2 men in white robes stood by them. They said, "Men of Galilee, why do you stand looking up toward heaven? This is Jesus, who has been taken up from you into heaven, and he will come in the same way as you saw him go into heaven." There's a couple things about that story that I really like and that encourage me in my faith journey and sharing the story of Jesus. When they are with him initially, they're asking, well, when is all this going to happen? And Jesus says, basically, don't worry about that. That's not something you need to worry about. God's got that worked out. What's going to happen to you is that the Holy Spirit's going to come upon you, and you will be witnesses to my story in all the world. That is our focus. And of course, on May 23rd, then we celebrate Pentecost, when the Holy Spirit is poured out on all the disciples. The other thing that I kind of chuckle at in this story is that when Jesus is going up and they're looking up into heaven, then 2 men in white robes, presumably angels, appear and ask the question, "Why are you looking up into heaven? Why are you standing there looking up into heaven? Jesus is gone and he will come again. Don't look up to heaven, but look to the call that Jesus has for us to be witnesses and to share his story so all can experience God's love." As we close out this little reflection for Ascension Day, I have a reflection from unfoldinglight.net entitled Ascension, and it's based on verses 9 and 10 of the Acts story that I just read. He was lifted up, and a cloud took him out of their sight. While he was going, they were gazing up toward heaven. Ah, mysterious one, you befuddle us. You laugh at our small minds scratching at treasure behind glass. The child, impossibly, forgives. Through the tiniest crack in the dawn, a tenderness reaches that takes up saint and derelict alike. No one understands. We guess. If we are wise, we wonder. We belong to a universe, to a God, stranger than our knowing, more infinite than our imagining, more wonderful than our fear. Lay down your compass and ruler. Kiss the sky. Just tell the story. Love has risen to the top. Love has risen to the top. Here at Trinity, our mission statement is sharing the story of Jesus Christ so all may experience God's love. The story of Ascension Day. Peace be with you, and I wish you all well.